Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy with Joseph P. Larkin to my wait to my left, and I'm Chris Adams. How's it going?
Super good.
Yeah, I know we went to
Yeah, never better.
yeah, you were talking about your neighbors before we started, and like them
Nah,
backing
they
up.
don't deserve any more publicity on this
Okay,
fucking
okay, okay. Um,
podcast.
but
You know they're the most avid listeners. They're the ones that click the little button that says "Remind me later." No one else does. I
yeah,
don't do that.
I don't do that. Actually, the new I was looking at this thing about the how the algorithm works, and it's no longer about subscribers, but it's about interaction. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. View counts matter, but whatever. Um, I know we went to a show yesterday at the Haha Comedy Club, and that was very
More like
interesting.
the blaha or
Yeah.
the the ho hum.
Oh,
Not the it's not the ha ha, it's the ho hum.
yeah. Well, there was a couple like
That comedy venue is such a dump. It's way better than it used to be, I assure you, because it used to be way worse. It used to have furniture that was taken off of the fucking street. None of it matched. All of it was extremely, worn out. And and then also, when they moved to the new location, on the side, you had a big picture of Robin Williams's face, and then on top of it, it said "Happy Hour," which I thought was really insensitive and inaccurate. I don't think that Robin Williams had too many happy hours. He
right.
killed himself. I mean, how is this guy advertising? I mean, he also was an alcoholic for most of his life. So I guess, yeah, he should be advertising your happy hour specials
Wait, I
on
didn't
the
know he was
side of
an
the fucking wall.
alcoholic. I I knew
Oh,
that
hell
he,
yeah, he was first. Also a big cokehead. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I knew
Those things
that.
go hand in hand, dude.
Right.
Yeah, those two things go hand in hand. The ickiest people are into both those things together, I've discovered throughout my time in Hollywood.
Right. And that place was interesting because you're right. It used to be in a one location. It was really like a kind of a dump, and well, not kind of. It was
Hmm.
pretty much a dump. And
Yeah,
then
you could smell the sewer
yeah,
in the room in
right,
the what do they call it, the performance room.
right. Well, luckily in this new one you couldn't. So I was like, oh, they've
Hmm.
improved it a bit. They made it so that
Well, yeah, no,
you don't
it
smell.
was actually like a normal comedy club experience. I was very shocked, to be honest with you. It's
Right,
like, shit, man. For instance, the men's room door was wedged open, so just anyone could see your cock. Anyone in the bar area that just walked by when your cock was out.
right.
Sometimes you got to wash your cock off in the sink, ladies. So I don't know if you want to be seeing that. And I never closed the door to the urinal. It's almost an invitation. Hey, come on in, fellas.
But there was some uninvited guest at the show that you sent me. Let me just play this real quick.
Uh-huh. This dipshit too. Yes.
Here's the thing. Well, like I didn't even hear this.
No. They were okay, check this out. Here's the behind the scenes scoop.
Hmm.
They were only out there for like 3 minutes because
Oh,
the show after this show is mostly patronized by a Latino biker gang. So
right,
the fucking bikers showed up and chased them the fuck off.
right, yeah.
The people have spoken, Antifa. Sorry, guys.
Well,
So
also
the people you thought you were protecting from the white supremacists, in fact,
don't like you.
protected the white supremacists from you.
Right. And it was funny because I saw
Anyway.
they were nice though, the bikers, but I just like
Oh, those bikers are badass. I was checking out their rides. These are
yeah.
real bikers, not pussy ass white people that live in my building
No.
biking. These are actual tough guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they had a fucking kick ass patch too. I was really into their patch. On the bottom it said "Trust no one." Not even in your own fucking biker gang, man.
Right.
What a great motto. I want to join a club where I know for a fact I can't trust them. I
But
will have uh, I will have membership in that club for sure. If I know, I mean, whatever. At least they're fucking straightforward about it. No backstabbing in that biker club. They just
Right.
stab you in your fucking face.
But
But
it's
yeah,
just,
I forgot what their name was. I'm sorry, but they were awesome.
they
Just
were
saying. I wish
cool.
we could give them a shout out.
I know, I forgot their name too. They were just a bunch of obviously burly dudes, and they just rolled up, and I heard these guys out there for maybe 10 minutes. I kind of could hear them a little. They're
You really could?
well, maybe their protest was pretty weak because
Nah. I feel like you were hearing the bar radio or something like that,
oh
because
maybe
they were out there for a very brief amount of time because we didn't see them when we rolled in. We rolled in right on time.
right. We
Oh,
got
and but
their yeah
also they're so dumb. They're so disorganized because by the time I went outside, which was during the fucking show,
yeah
it was just like during the headliner set. That's when
right
I was like, I'm bolting. I don't need to see any more of this. So, anyways, I was standing out there. They did a drive-by fuck youing. You know what I mean? They drove by and said, "Fuck you, MAGA faggots," or whatever. I didn't say faggots. I don't remember what they said.
yeah that
MAGA, MAGA something.
right Eh,
Um, but anyway, yeah, so they yelled that out. But me and other people that were standing there were like, we're not at that show. There's another show coming up right now. We could be at this next show. I mean, everyone else that was standing there definitely didn't attend the show because they were getting ready to go into they're waiting for that show to end to go in.
right
Just dumb fucks. It's like they're just fucking stupid, man. They should have went to fucking military school like their dad threatened to put them in, and then they would be stupid fuck ups as adults. They could at least organize a proper protest.
right and
Pathetic.
and
Absolutely pathetic.
like I think
I
there's
love it also that hey, I love it that minorities told them to shove off. Ain't that
right
delicious?
yeah
Ain't that sweet? The minorities you arrogantly pretend to want to protect as you virtue signal to your other white friends.
yeah then
You're the white
everyone in there is
supremacist
pretty
because you don't give
white.
a fuck. All they care about is the opinion of the other white people that live around them. I sure don't want any other white people to see me yelling at this dude for making a bunch of fucking noise in the alleyway. Hey, it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with decibel level. Shut
Right.
up. I might
Right.
be trying to record a potentially award-winning podcast right now, tough guy. Shut it. That has nothing to do with your race or creed, bro. It has everything to do with my fucking petulant ego, okay? Anyway.
But I would say that
But yeah, dude, I wouldn't say their protest was a nothing burger with extra cheese.
yes.
It's
And
all a
it
joke I wrote for the whole podcast.
okay, good. Yeah, I was hoping you'd have at least one. And it was like a lot of fun at the thing just because it was like I got to see Tripoli, which I'd never actually seen him perform live before.
Oh wow, he was awesome, dude. He was
Yeah.
so on fire. I would say you were in you got. We were both lucky to show up, and that's mainly what I wanted to see anyway. And he did not
Disappointed at all.
disappoint.
Yeah. He was the best, literally the best comic because the headliner was a guy that does um, uh, like not a podcast, but like a live show, like
He
a
does this.
yeah, this basically, but very good at this, way better than I am at this. But stand up, I am way better than he is. Just because I've been doing it longer and I have a lot more time, I could riff easier. Like you could tell that he doesn't do it because
Yeah, he was struggling in that department for sure.
right. And if something didn't
Hey, here
go
I'll give him a free tip if you might want to listen.
okay,
Don't say cunt 5 times in a row right at the top of your set. Don't do it. Don't
yeah,
say cunt at all. Just keep that one out of the lexicon. Certain words just don't fly in front of women in a public setting. Just don't say them.
right.
But I know what he was trying to do. Everyone does that when they're new to stand up. You want to be Mr. Edgelord and be the one guy that said the thing that no one else had the balls to say.
Right. And then
Mm.
but Sam was the professional, and it was so awesome watching him work because it was like I could see how he did not just jokes, like you could tell like when he was at least I think we could tell when he was doing jokes, but I could also tell when he was
Hmm.
riffing, and I was like,
Lots
wow,
of
this,
riffing, yeah.
yeah, he was really good because
He
he'd go
was really responding to the room, the energy in the room, and also what people were like, because he didn't do any conspiracy stuff. He
no,
just did like it was actually really cool. It was like a normal. It really was like a normal club comedy show.
Yeah.
Surprised at the quality of that show, but that set was awesome, and you could tell he's been trained by the club system because
Right.
uh, he just went for it. It was
Hmm.
awesome, and he had a lot of unique turns of phrases that I hadn't heard. I was super impressed. Okay, sorry
No, no,
for interrupting, for endlessly interrupting all the time.
that's fine. That's what this is. In fact, this is what the show is. You just interrupt me, and that's perfect because I don't have that much to
Hmm.
say. I just talk until I hope you pick it up. But to protest that, it's so weird to see like these are like the fun police, that are like
That's insane. But dude, the crowd was also, I would say, maybe 50-50 white and Latino.
right,
They really just don't have a clue, these Antifa people, because they don't hang around any other races besides white people and Jews. So why the fuck would you know anything about Mexicans? Mexicans are awesome, dude. They have amazing senses of humor and they love to roast and get roasted.
yeah,
They're the perfect fucking comedy audience. Always. Yeah, get the fuck
always,
out of here.
yeah.
If they're not drunk, I mean, if
Well,
they're sober, like they were last night, they were in the pocket the whole fucking show,
yeah,
totally attentive. No one
mm-hmm.
got up and moved around, went to the bathroom,
No, no,
except me until I ruined the show.
you didn't ruin the show. You just left, and then you hung out outside.
I enhanced the show. You're right. When I left,
Yeah,
I made the show better by leaving,
right,
leaving the vicinity.
right. Because I want like I wanted to watch and at least just see if it ever got better at the end, but it really just kind of it did get a little better when he stopped doing the material and started just telling stories. Because
Hmm.
basically, that's what he does. That's what he's good at is storytelling. He can just tell a story like nobody's
That's what people
business.
want. They wanted to, yeah, they wanted to see that podcast live, him telling some stories and stuff. In fact, I almost yelled out Matt Champagne just to get
Oh,
him going because he mentioned Jay Johnson.
right, he did. Yeah,
So
and Matt Champagne is a comic that who Jay Johnson helped, by the way. He
yes,
turned.
apparently Jay Johnson like took a shining to him when Matt moved to town many
I, I,
years ago.
I don't know why, because he's just an unlikable person in person.
Yeah, he's really awful. The
Yeah.
best, he's kind of an actor too, and the best work he ever did was an episode of Monk because he gets killed in the first 2 minutes. That's his acting career fucking peaked in my eyes.
Right.
But yeah, I really wanted to get his opinion on it. I posted the video you sent me where he talks about Matt Champagne and it got taken off. It got deleted off my fucking
YouTube.
YouTube,
Yeah.
and then they sent me a warning, and I wrote back, and I was like, I don't know what went wrong there, like, because it's interesting, and this is why I went and investigated some more about this Gavin McInnes. That's who we were talking about, by the
Right.
way. This Gavin McInnes, if you search his name in YouTube, the stuff that comes up is either him talking about Vice
Mm-hmm.
or just him on one of the Joe Rogan CIA affiliate podcasts. So everything else apparently is no go with that guy, and it gets immediately deleted. In fact, I didn't even want to say his name because I will get fucking this podcast will get fucking deleted too.
Well, I think
I
it's
don't
only
know.
if you show his face or something, but yeah. So whatever.
What if you're making fun of him though? I can't
Right.
make fun of him now.
I
What the
think you
fuck is
could.
that about?
Yeah, I think you probably could. I think YouTube would prefer
But
it.
their robots don't understand jokes. So how would they? I mean,
Right.
they're. I'm talking about no one at YouTube. Everyone at YouTube is a robot, even if they're not a. Even if they're man-made, they're still a fucking robot because they work. You know what I'm saying? They're nerds.
Right.
They're like turbo nerds. It really bothers me that these nerds that can't talk to girls, that are afraid to talk to a girl, are now policing my speech.
Right.
They
Well.
tell me what I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk to girls. I don't need any help being told how to fucking talk. No, thank you. I don't need
Right.
your fucking input. I can talk about anything all
Mm-hmm.
by myself.
Yeah, a lot
Uh,
of those type of people are up there that were just like, no, we don't like jokes. I don't know. They
Sexless dweebs. No, I don't even see any women there. There was one
no,
woman I
I
could have heard her
swear there's got to
voice.
be like one of these in the front, right? These little like
There's that's the woman.
that little
These are
person,
all,
right?
yeah.
That's got to be a woman because it's
They look so unhealthy. Like, why are they telling me how to live my life? I want to tell them how to live their lives. A hike. Come on, let's go for a hike, me and you can just blather in my ear about your stupid politics. But at least
Right.
you'll be moving and exercising. I feel like I could add more value to their lives than they can add to mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also you notice they're wearing masks now, but there's no fucking COVID. Now they're wearing masks because they intended to do some crimes. They were hoping that someone would come out and fight them or some weird shit. Meanwhile, no one even saw them. No attendee saw them.
No,
I didn't see
nobody.
them. Did
Yeah.
you?
I didn't know they were there until
So what the
after.
completely pointless. And also they would have been so disappointed if they knew how like it was just it was so tepid. It was such a regular it's such
Comedy
a
show.
regular normal comedy show.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
there was
crazy
even a
was even
featuring
said.
minimum.
Yeah.
Dude, it was actually like I mean I'm always in my own private hell watching other people perform. I just
Hmm.
thinking like, man, a packed room. I could have been a whirling dervish in this room, and all you're doing is fucking talking about this guy's hair over here. Fuck you.
Right.
I hate this. It really is
I.
my private personal hell. Unless it's
Yeah.
like a Tripoli where it feels like a master class, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah, like how he's working this room, like how he does this. It really that comedy store training really really kicks in or tricks in.
Tricks
Lots of
in,
tricks and
kicks in.
kicks at the comedy store.
Right.
Tricks and kicks at the comedy store. But a lot of it kicks in when you're on stage because you start to notice like, oh, that guy yawned over here. I got to go
Hmm.
look over there in his direction and start saying something funny until I break him. And then this bitch has her fucking arms folded because she hates my guts, and
Right.
I didn't even say anything bad. People just sometimes hate me or anyone. They probably just hate any comic that immediately, like
Yeah.
sight unseen. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. They've never. You don't have a reputation that they would know.
Yeah.
And they don't. You know what I mean? They don't have a clue, and they just hate your guts. And they like. I was thinking about it. Sometimes it takes like the show we were on. I felt like it took until the last three jokes to win them over fully. That's fucking
No, I think you got him
9
through.
minutes or
I.
something.
I.
9 minutes of just being like, this is
Yeah.
average. And then the last three jokes got applause breaks. And you're like, okay, finally. Thank you.
Right. I think you were
Wake
building.
up. You woke up finally.
Yeah. No, I
That's
think
exactly what it is. But
you were
sometimes it
building.
takes till the very end to build anything. It takes till the very fucking end. It actually reminds me a lot when I would go out and see bands play in the opening band.
Hmm.
The first like five songs, people would turn their back and do something shitty. But if the band was really good, they would win them over slowly but
Right.
surely,
Right.
and the
Right.
room would fill up more because people would be like, "I'm leaving the bar. I want to go
Hmm.
see this band over here." I love that fucking shit. It's like seeing a fat chick on the treadmill at the fucking gym. I love that shit. It's beautiful. It's a fucking portrait of beauty.
Right.
Love it.
Right.
Happy Easter, by the way. He is risen.
He is risen. But we're talking about performing. I would say that you had them at the beginning, even if you didn't think so, because that's what Cameron and I talked about the other day about your set.
Oh, really? My ears were burning. I thought it was the poison ivy. It's just you.
It's just us, because we're like, oh yeah, can't. Because the first time you kind of came off like he said, you kind of came off unlikable in the beginning, and then this time you
I
were
don't know
very.
why though. I wish he could tell. Could he tell me specifically why? Because I'm really shocked. I mean,
Yeah.
like I was shocked in the moment. I was like, "Wow, dude!" The second I got to the microphone, they hated me, and I was like, "What did I say at the top that
Here,
made them so so hateful?"
here's what I think it was, right? Because you told me about it,
Okay.
and this is only a theory. I wasn't there. But what I think it
Mm.
was you got into your head and you brought that out into your performance. So I've done it many times. We've all done it where we go, "Oh, they just don't, they're not going to like me." And then you bring even if you don't ever say that,
No,
you bring
I thought they were gonna love. No, I thought they were gonna love me because I think it actually might have been some spillover from the previous. Like, the previous comic was so fucking hateful, and
oh,
she was
maybe that's what
pregnant,
it
so
was.
they were giving her pity laughs. But for
Right.
me, there was no mercy,
Right,
no
right,
fucking
right.
mercy at all. And actually, I'm of course always over exaggerating a bit, a
Mhm.
lot. But actually, there were laugh points here and there. But if it's not a continuous, steady laughter, it's a bomb. That's what I say
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
for
and
me.
you
I mean,
should be that way.
I judge my own sets a lot harsher than I judge others. I just want to say that real quick. I'm
Right.
not this mean to other people, but for me,
No.
I demand perfection.
But you should be that way. That's how you get better and that's how you improve and that's how you become a better
I sure
comic.
haven't gotten worse.
Yeah. And you were able
Yeah.
to that set the last time was just you had just a better, at least from what I could tell, you had a great energy, and then people did like you
Hmm.
actually from the beginning. You didn't feel it in that show because I had the same feelings. Or I'm like, am I getting them? But they were with you. You just didn't. It just they weren't like
Sometimes the dudes that are closest to you are so not into it. Because I was
right,
thinking, because I went back and looked at the video and I was like, dude, that this guy that was the bar back, I don't even think he was the bartender. He was might have just been the bar back. Was so not into it. He just hated me. He was just staring daggers at the stage the whole fucking time. It's
right.
so fascinating too, because when they hate it, they never look away. They
Yeah,
never
that
leave. They never go to the fucking bathroom. He
yeah.
was just there washing a glass. It was like a fucking Western. He was like wiping a fucking dish rag inside of a glass. Yeah, like a fucking like a gay prospector. He looked kind of like a gay jock. Do you know what I'm talking about that look? Where
Yeah.
it's kind of a gay guy, but he still looks like a big jock.
Yeah, yeah.
I think all jocks are super gay anyway. I think
Most
jocks are
likely.
definitely gay.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
mean,
do
come
a lot
on,
of
dude. You shower together, you fucking fags.
right.
Jocks are the gayest dude. They're called jocks.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound gay? That word, jocks. What does that imply to you? Jock straps?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, when Aaron Rodgers was dating Olivia Munn, like she would in
Hmm.
interviews she'd talk about how how kind of gay he seemed, especially when he was around his
He was super
other
gay.
athlete. Yeah, so it's like yeah they do they just there's something in that because
No,
they're
no. Do you know about Aaron? Hey, you know that Aaron Rodgers like killed his gay lover or some shit like that, right?
what I've never heard that.
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, isn't he in jail?
No, he's a quarterback.
I might be thinking of somebody else.
You're thinking of
I
Aaron.
was thinking about I was thinking about the baseball player. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, you're thinking of Aaron Hernandez from the Patriots.
Okay, okay.
And I don't know if it was his
Football
gay lover,
player.
but it was definitely a another dude, and he shot him, and then they're
It
both
was
football
his gay
players.
lover.
Yeah, maybe
They're
probably.
both
Who?
gay.
Yeah.
No, this is a real thing. I swear, if I was smarter about sports and shit, I could have gotten the names right. But boy, I didn't even get the sport right.
No, no,
I
no.
thought it was
Both football
baseball.
players, but one's a quarterback and
Okay.
one was a wide receiver. Maybe that is a tell.
Ah, that's why I think he's gay. He's a wide receiver.
Or it might have been a tight end. I forget what his position was, but either way,
Which is a gayer fucking uh position. Even the fucking thing sounds gay when you say position. Dude, they were always super gay, and they were projecting when they were yelling at me for being gay. When I was getting called faggot, they were totally the faggots. I actually believe that for sure.
right.
Because man, I wasn't, dude. I was not into going into the locker room and snapping towels. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? I want to be out of here as soon as I can. First of all, it smells awful. It's like, it's definitely what hell smells like.
Or a
You know what I
bathhouse in
mean?
West
I get
Hollywood.
to, like, listen, dude, I don't know if there's flames in hell, but I do know this. It's really itchy and it smells like a fucking, like junior high school locker room
Right.
or a
Um,
gay bathhouse, as you
or
said.
or a
I
gay
guess that would also
bathhouse.
probably smell really bad.
Yeah, like hell.
Holy cow. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was
Gay bathhouse.
well, yeah, or just a bathhouse
What a
probably.
vision. What a vision of pure hell.
Mm-hmm.
What a vision of pure hell. The idea of a gay bathhouse. And they're all over LA, actually.
Oh,
There's one in the
really?
valley for sure, but I just don't remember where it was.
Hmm.
I'll have to ask Frederico when he goes back. He'll bring me a doggy bag. Anyway, I think it was in Van Nuys, though. Van
Ma-
Nuys, the gayest suburb of Los Angeles, I guess.
Is it? Well, maybe.
But it was, dude, it took up a whole city block. This thing was fucking massive. Excuse me, let me
What?
get some water.
Okay, that's insane to me because
A vision of hell, dude.
yeah. Well, Van Nuys itself. I lived there when I first got to LA proper. That was the first place I moved, but I was in the on the border of Van Nuys and what's the nicer area?
Sherman Oaks.
That's right.
Sherman Oaks. That's where
Uh,
I fucking lived, tough guy. I lived in
you,
the nicer area, everybody.
Well, no, no, I
I mean, I
lived.
lived in some guy's house, but I
Well,
lived in a room, but I was still in a nicer neighborhood than you.
yeah, probably. But well, luckily, ironically, the manager was this very gay but also Christian. So like he lived with his mom, but he kept
Sister Christian.
no Christian. No, actually, like I guess born again. So he was trying to repress his gayness, but
Oh, good for him. He went to the camp
I
or
guess so.
whatever.
Yeah.
The summer camp for kids, for
Yeah.
gay
His
kids.
his name was Tim. I don't remember the last name, and nor would I say it if I did. But he owned this like it was a great property.
Yeah, don't say his name. Hey, don't say his name because our listeners are vengeful homophobes.
Well, he's dead.
Like the, oh no, AIDS?
Maybe I don't know, but he's no longer with us. Like he was
Oh.
an older, gay gentleman. But um, anyway, where I lived was Van Nuys, but like because I was on the border, it was still kind of nice. So
Mm-hmm.
I got to pay Van Nuys prices for something that was close enough to Sherman Oaks to where it wasn't terrible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's good value.
yeah, it was only 1,200 for, or no, wait, was it 1,200? No, no, I think that one was like 2,000 between me and Jerry. We split it, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, the
So a
value,
thousand dollars and you got a room.
yeah, and a kitchen and stuff. It was
I
great.
see. I paid 500, or excuse me, $600 for a room in Sherman Oaks
Oh wow,
with a pool.
but that was probably
Yeah,
a longer time ago, right?
ten
like,
years ago.
yeah, but I don't know. Whatever. I wanted to play this just because this next thing, because the big news or the big thing that was going around was the Blue Origin thing. You saw that the rocket
Mm-mm.
launch with all those ladies.
Oh, Katy Perry, you mean?
Yeah, Katy Perry and Gail King and
Man, you
stuff.
want to know what the you want to know what the hey
Sorry,
hey
sorry,
shut
sorry.
it. So I'm talking to that guy on. So I actually sounded like Sam Tripoli for a second there.
Yeah.
Um, but you want to know what the most awkward day of my entire life was? I went to see the Katy Perry movie at the fucking Dollar Theater. I thought surely no one will be at this movie theater. It was just a destination to kill time. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Before a show or something. And it was all like tweens. It was all in their moms. I was like, I'm the only guy here and also the only adult. I was like cringing in the front row. But I did pay my fucking dollar, so I wasn't gonna leave. Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, it's only a dollar, so even if you saw 10 minutes, you got your money's worth. Although that,
I left before the credits. Let's just put
okay,
it that way. I left before the credits.
because I don't
Did
remember
not
when
want anyone following me to my car.
I don't remember when she was big. Because
Fucking 2010, because that's when I went to the movie theater, or maybe 2008 or nine,
right,
because that it was by the time I was at the Dollar Theater, she wasn't as popular.
right. But for a dollar, whatever, you know. Was it? Did
I'd
you
buy that
like?
for a dollar.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember it, dude. I didn't. I wasn't even watching the movie. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. There's someone gonna get. Is the management gonna get called on me? Is security gonna come and get me? Do I look like a fucking creep? You know what I
right.
mean? And realistically, I had probably had some snacks or something. That's probably why I stayed to eat them, some food. I don't know. This is the Pasadena Playhouse or whatever it was called. I wonder if it
Oh,
still
okay.
exists.
Well, maybe
Awesome,
the
awesome
theater there,
place.
the dollar theater. I
Yeah.
always love those old dollar theaters. Those are my favorite thing because you can just see
Rite
these
Aid right
movies,
across the street.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just buy
Well,
candy.
see, yeah. Do you even care about going on opening day? Like, who gives a fucking shit?
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
because especially nowadays, the movies aren't even worth the money they charge. The movie ticket prices for a night showing are like almost $20, $26 now for one
Mm-hmm.
movie. And depending on the movie, so
Mm-hmm.
if it's less popular, it'd be like $20. But even that is ridiculous, because the movies aren't worth that nowadays. Like they're just the quality is
Dude,
awful.
dude, you're living in a dream world because here in Canoga Park, okay, not the nicest suburb in the world. Canoga Park, the fucking matinee price was 20 fucking dollars.
What?
The matinee. Yeah, I went to see the Stop Making Sense. Well, I should also say that I went to the fucking IMAX or whatever it
Oh,
is.
yeah, yeah, that's
So
a lot
maybe
more.
that's more expensive, but still $20 fucking. Get out of here. It's not like I got a fucking it's not like it was made like they had a custom fleshlight attached to the seat that I got to fuck all like while it showed me pictures of my high school crush, okay? Like it wasn't like that. $20 fucking to just sit in the regular shitty ass seats and the screen was just bigger, that's all.
That's I mean, that's why. It's because they're like, look at, we have a giant screen. It was shot in 70 millimeters, so we're gonna charge.
It's like being at a Talking Heads concert. It was perfect. Yeah, that's the only reason why I would have paid for that.
Right.
And of course, I never ever went back to that fucking
Yeah.
theater.
Well, the last expensive movie that I saw was Top Gun, the latest one. That was like years ago now,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and I
Mm-hmm.
paid for that 4D experience where your seat moves. You ever been to that?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that was worth it because it felt like kind of a ride and a movie at the same time. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, this is more expensive, but you got to treat yourself every blue moon, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the
Well,
only thing
yeah,
I
it's a
saw.
once in a lifetime opportunity for me to see the Talking Heads movie at the IMAX that I could walk to from my house. That's when I that was actually the point when I really switched over from smoking to edibles, even before my circulation was all fucked up.
Right.
And I was winding down with it, let's say, is because it was such a nice day. So I took the edible when I was leaving my house. By the time I got to the movie theater, it was feeling pretty nice. By the time the movie started, I was completely mellowed out, man. It was it was a nice birthday treat for me. That's what I did on my birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, there's a stupid ass fucking bar inside. This is such a like this is still the suburbs, but it's still the suburbs of Hollywood. So there's a bar inside that's called something like um fuck, what is it called? It's called Mulligans. A
Okay.
mulligan is a script writing term. It's
Oh.
such Hollywood inside baseball bullshit to have this in the Canoga Park movie theater. I guess a lot of these assholes live out where I live. Actually, I do
Yeah.
know that because I saw Snoop Dogg at the fucking dispensary one time.
Hmm.
At the fucking cheapo, fucking low rent illegal dispensary. I love it that Snoop Dogg won't pay taxes either. He's like, fuck that, man. I'm not paying for taxes. Oh, you know who I saw at the dispensary in Hollywood was fucking George Clinton.
Oh, the
The
funk.
not the brother of Bill Clinton, President Bill
No.
Clinton, but George. I
Yeah.
just kidding. That guy's name is Roger Clinton. But
Yeah.
yeah, P Funk guy, and this is the funniest shit because his wife was doing all the talking, trying to get whatever scam weed or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of different weed products. But she was carrying around his fucking Grammy. She brought his Grammy to the weed store.
Oh, that is so stupid.
People were taking pictures of him with his Grammy. And I should have done it too, man. I mean, at the very least, I should have said Maggot Brain is the fucking jam, brother. Maggot Brain is one of my all-time favorite fucking songs. Yeah, I should have done that. Whatever. He didn't look like the George Clinton we know and love because he didn't have. I
No.
think he was shaved clean. It was
Right. Well,
very
he's old
odd.
now. I mean, he's an old guy now.
Oldest, he's older than dirt. I just
Yeah.
thought I was talking to Mufufala or
With
Mufufa,
the
Alfalfa,
comedy
Mufalada.
comedy's hard, by the way.
Thought I was talking to, yeah, thought I was talking to Mufalada. Um, yeah, did you ever see any cool people at degenerate locations like that? Maybe you saw someone at the
No.
gay bathhouse of
I've
note.
never been to one, but uh, I've been to like screenings in LA because you can go to screenings of movies that are
Mm-hmm.
indie movies, and you'll see
Mm-hmm.
celebrities there, I guess. But I never really cared. I'm not like a celebrities. Oh, cool. I don't even like bothering them. I'm just like whatever. Um, like I've seen
Well, I
directors and
certainly didn't
stuff.
move here to hang out at the Liquid Zoo. I came here to do Hollywood stuff,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Well, the one exciting moment was I went to a screening of American the Bill Hicks story or something American. I forget what they called it. Like American Scream, maybe. I don't know what they called it. But the Bill
American
Hicks.
Scream.
No, that's I'm butchering the name. But it was a Bill Hicks movie documentary that they played, and Bill Hicks' mother and brother were there, and I was like,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
I actually that was cool to meet them because uh, I, I like every young comic, I was a huge Bill Hicks fan when I was coming up, and I'm like, that's the way to do comedy. And then you realize, like, no, that's just the way he did it. You got to do your own thing. But it was cool to meet them because like they were really nice and just appreciative that anyone even cared to watch this movie about their son.
Hmm. Yeah, I watched it. I saw it at that theater too, but I didn't see the premiere. I saw it later.
I don't
I
know if it
totally know
was.
what you're talking about. It was right. It was on Sunset.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. That was cool, and that was, to me, that was better than meeting at like some actor that I don't like. Yeah, I like their work, but whatever. Like comedy is really the only thing that I actually truly like. Everything else is kind of secondary to me. But anyway, do you want to watch this thing about a stupid space launch that everyone was talking
I
about?
totally forgot.
Yeah.
It's 420, fellas and ladies, and I did imbibe. So if
Yes.
I've been going off the handle and just ranting and raving, I don't even know if I did. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I deeply apologize for celebrating and being a fucking cliche.
Right. Your high has risen. Um, so
I am risen.
you are risen. You are high as hell. Let's watch this just to see these ladies get high as well.
Wipes away a tear as she rides along with Katy Perry and 4 other fellow astronauts to the launch pad.
Astronauts.
One by one, they ring a bell. Gail, who has
Not astronauts. Astronauts.
Yeah, they're not because they're going on a cool ride that I think I would love to be able to go on, but we can't. But it's not. They're not piloting anything. They're not doing scientific research. You'll see.
fear of flying looks terrified.
This is overcoming a wall of fear, a barrier.
Oprah.
I think it's going to be cathartic in so many ways for her.
The all-woman crew joined hands in prayer. Then it's time to climb into the capsule.
Go for lunch?
Yeah, baby, go for lunch,
It's a
my
big
favorite.
dildo.
Yeah. So that was one.
Dildo.
That was one of the funnier jokes that people were commenting on because everyone's making fun of them for this, by the way. So they're like,
Yeah. Why
yeah.
not we?
Well, that's why I brought it up. But they're like, oh, it's funny that you went on. What are those vibrators that like look like that called? Whatever they are.
They're called a magic wand.
Okay, yeah, it's like they're like it's funny that you went up in a magic wand, and so it's just the whole thing is silly, and I feel like it's all just to for Bezos to promote this company. Really, there's nothing more than that. But
Words.
At 9:30
This is the
a.m.
competition for Musk.
yes, yeah. So it's him and Musk are going back and forth.
Okay.
the rocket soared into
Do I live in the same
space.
world as
Passing-
everyone else?
Huh? What was that?
I said, do I even live in the same? I said, do I even live in the same world as anyone else? I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Oh.
Whatever. There's a space race going on right now. Is that what we're saying?
Right, it's between billionaires. It's a little bit different than before.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like Russia and America. Now it's Amazon and Tesla.
I'm voting
80,000
for
feet,
Amazon.
Yeah.
1,300
At the
miles per
85,000
hour.
Oprah sobbed.
Oprah watching her
Get her an Oscar.
best friend
Oscar
go to
Mayer
space.
Wiener.
She and Katy
She'd be
Perry's
happy
fiance,
with both.
Right, yeah.
Orlando Bloom, comforted each other.
Wait, Orlando Bloom's here?
Yeah. What the fuck?
The
did I
women
just hear?
experienced
What?
Go back. Orlando Bloom is the fiance
Of one of these
of the which one?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't go back because I don't have those
Okay.
controls, but yeah.
4
I'm sorry
minutes
then.
of weightlessness. Katy held up a daisy for the camera.
They are floating, they are weightless, they are experiencing zero G for the very first time in their lives.
They were overwhelmed by what they saw.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. Look.
Then it was time to return to Earth.
Welcome back to Earth.
Huh? Keep him in there?
I thought the story was. I wish it had a happy ending and they just fucking stayed up there forever.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people wish that, but it didn't happen.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos had a little oops moment. face planting while inspecting the capsule. His fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, was the first one out. Gail raised her hands to the heavens.
I just have to have a moment off the ground.
She got on her hands and knees
Let me just appreciate the ground for just a second.
and kissed the earth. Katie raised her single daisy toward the sky. She took the flower to space to honor her 4-year-old daughter, Daisy, who called out to her mom during the landing.
Just seeing.
Katie! The pop star also
There's some memes that I can't show on YouTube, but of this, it's that one black dude that everyone sends around, where they go, it's like a crazy news story, but you click the link and it's that black dude that's naked and it has a giant penis. They're doing this with that guy, and it was just the internet does the internet things, and it was great in a way. It was just stupid and silly.
kissed the ground.
This experience is second to being a mom.
At a press conference, Gail was asked about that terrified look on her face.
That moment, I was so afraid. I just wanted to get into my seat. I just wanted to get inside the capsule and sit down. I never in a gazillion years thought I could do this.
I don't think in a gazillion years you could do that.
Right.
Literally. That's not going to happen ever. Wow, it was so fake. It's so interesting. There's lots of all these weird MK Ultra images in the background, and then other obvious symbolism, like it was called Shepherd. It says Shepherd on the side of the space capsule.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then,
God,
yeah.
man.
Well, then people were talking about this moment that happened with the door.
You know what's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart.
Supposedly,
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here goes Jeff Bezos
supposedly
to open
it's
the hatch.
sealed shut, but they just opened it. It's all photo op stuff. It's all. It's all like fake.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, it's all fake photo op stuff. It's silly, and it's really not important. It's not like they did anything when they went there. They just it was a bunch of celebrities going, "Hey, we're gonna float around for I think they were up there for a total of 7 minutes. So the entire journey was about 11 minutes. I think. I want to say, they basically just went up to the where you can the edge of the firmament, if you will. I don't know about that, but they went up to the edge of space and just hung around for a second and then went right back down. It was there was I don't know understand the scientific nature of any of it. It was really just a photo op for Bezos and his company, basically.
Yeah. Next. Next story.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this happened in our city. Have you seen this one?
All right. What do I do here?
Where this guy was just doing donuts. Yeah. He basically closed down the freeway.
This guy's clearly on drugs. Cops over there. Look at the traffic.
Which freeway is that? Like the 110, maybe?
Only in California, man. Oh, damn! He hit the wall.
Can't tell, but no. The best part is coming up. Yeah, that part right there.
Damn, dude.
Oh, they didn't show it. He was like rolling around. Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm gonna pay to aid you the rest of your life.
Right.
Listen, my man, thanks for putting on the show for me. At least my money's it's got some entertainment value, I guess.
Yeah.
My tax dollars have entertainment value.
Well, I mean,
man, this guy's all right.
Yeah, I like him better.
It looks like he did some donuts inside the car as well. If you catch my fat
yeah.
Fat fucker wasting everyone's time.
Right. The 10 freeway.
Everyone's time.
It says the 10, so okay. I said the 110, but yeah, he basically just wasted everyone's time for who knows what she's just high or whatever. But that's not the worst thing that's happened. I would say in traffic. I'd say there's been far worse.
No.
So yeah, obviously.
I knew she'd drive off.
Well, I no, no, it's
Wonder
I
what she
looped it.
hit.
I looped it, so I don't know if she drove off. I just know that she was.
Oh, jeez. Damn. Guess I am high.
Yeah,
Of course she drove off. Can I watch it again? So she's just dicking around on her fucking phone and smashing into someone.
yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, not even looking. I don't know how many times I've seen
It's
this.
just it's so incensing. It's terrifying. Actually.
I mean, you can only be mad at yourself. It looks like she's about to get out.
No.
Oh, maybe she did drive off.
Yeah.
She
It
might
does
have
look like
actually.
she drove away.
She unbuckled her seatbelt, but maybe she just went screw it. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, why do the decent thing? You already did the wrong thing.
Right.
Probably has no insurance.
And just on her phone, not paying attention. Which the amount of times that I've almost been hit. Like when I get the green to cross on a crosswalk, I look at the people in the eyes before I even attempt to cross. I don't care if I have the right of way. I'm like, I need to make sure, because the amount of people that are just driving around. These are what? How many tons are these vehicles that? These are death traps that people are just riding around and not even remotely paying attention. So my trust in people is pretty low.
Yeah, and they're not even texting anyone. They're just scrolling and looking at some dumb fucking video
Yeah,
of someone dropping a shoe on a baby or whatever.
yeah. It's just who knows what, but
Some of the shit, some of the shit that gets suggested to me by Instagram, it's like, this is so popular that it's getting suggested even to me. And I only follow like 140 people, or I don't even know how many people I follow. I don't follow anyone, but I only follow comedy dorks. So I don't even like to look at it. It's like other comedy people that follow me. That's it. That's so boring. I don't fucking care what shows they're doing this week. I
right,
don't want to see
yeah,
any more flyers.
right,
But um, but I know that these videos of babies falling down or getting attacked by a dog or whatever
right.
are so commonplace that they even show up in my feed. And I really, it's so depressing. Like, this is what people look at. This is what they spend all day scrolling through.
Right.
It's like a contagion, this mental retardation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's contagious. Stupidity is contagious. They just pass it on all day via their stupid fucking phones.
Yeah.
That sucks. And you know what the worst thing about scrolling through my own Instagram feed is when dumb fucking stupid fucking music on their dumb fucking still photos. So all of a sudden I'm listening to some dumb fucking rap song from fucking 20 years ago, which I didn't like 20 years ago either. I'm reminded of something that already annoyed me from 20 years ago. Everyone has the worst fucking taste in music, and they have to slather it all over their stupid, ugly pictures of their dumb fucking hobbies. Fuck you. Stop it. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear the song Nazi Punks Fuck Off anymore on anyone's fucking feed. Stop it. How do you know? I get out of here with this crap. Like, how do you all know that you should put that on your political post? That song. How do you
I,
even know about that song? Is it that popular?
right.
I actually, they reminded me of when I was a kid and I was riding on the school bus in Slidell, Louisiana, and I vividly remember these kids on the school bus having a conversation where they were saying, "Yeah, the Dead Kennedys add a new member of the band every time one of the Kennedys dies," which is obviously retarded
Yeah.
nonsense. But
Yeah.
how does everyone know this band, the Dead Kennedys? How are they so fucking popular? They've got to be another one of these like Doors, CIA
Yeah, most likely. Well, the name
marketing
maybe.
efforts.
They must
Dead
have
Kennedys.
focus grouped the name, because you can't not think of that, especially considering how many of them died. So
It's definitely a funny name.
right. But I think is it Passover for right now, or is it over? It might be. Well, you'll be happy to know that there is a special Coke product for Passover.
All right, something. Yeah.
Don't open this one. Not until Passover. That is so bad. Why are there yellow caps on this Coke, but on other Coca-Colas are regular caps? Why does this cap differ from all?
Okay, this guy is annoying, but I'll just get to it because I'm annoyed by his everything. Like, he pisses me off just in his presentation. Just say the fucking thing. Okay, they have real sugar. That's it. Could have said that in 2 seconds. Those have real sugar. The other ones with the red caps don't. Okay? Ugh. It's no wonder you run everything.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
That's a great tip. So you took my tip. Now I got a tip from you. They circumcised me. Do you get it? Okay,
I got
I
it.
get it, man.
No.
That's the lamest shit that ever happened to me, and I was just born. I didn't get to use that thing at all.
Right.
Dude, it's like where,
Well,
I don't know, 90% of the feeling is.
Hmm.
And I'm mutilated at birth. I wonder if they're trying to do some fucking psychological voodoo on my fucking ass.
Do you know
Almost castrating me at fucking birth.
Do you know the story behind that and why it was so commonplace in America?
You tell me. Tell
Well,
me why.
Well, they were doing it. Obviously, it comes from the Jewish tradition, but they convinced everyone else because they convinced people. I forget the pastor's name, but he was like, "This might be a way to help kids stop masturbating so much because they have less feeling, right?" And so they're like, "We're going to do this. They say it's for cleanliness too, but also to just so that you don't have the same feeling as someone that has the skin on, basically the hood, if you will." And so they do that to kids in order to, at least in the early days, to try and curb their sexual thoughts. So it was kind of a religious thing, but coming from a Jewish tradition.
Sounds like a great way to sexually traumatize someone.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great way to sexually traumatize your enemies. Pushing that horse shit on a whole populace. And then people like my mom are like, it looks better. It looks nicer. Fuck you, Mom. I would have loved to have had it feel better.
Here's the thing.
It looks stupid regardless, Mom.
Yeah, here's the
All
thing.
penises look dumb no matter what.
Yeah.
They look dumb as fuck. They're not erotic.
Nobody knows if you have it or not. I never had it because I was born premature, so I have my turtleneck basically, and no woman has ever noticed. Because when it's erect, that's the only time she's seeing it is when it's erect. The skin goes back anyway, so it's not like you can tell.
Well, good for you. Well, good
Yeah.
for you, man. That's
I'm
one
not-
thing that you got out of life.
Yeah, I'm not
You
mutilated.
got one major advantage. Yes, that's a major advantage. It's probably why you have a better disposition than I do. You had a
Yes.
better disposition because there was no circumcision.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also because when I was born, I was 1 pound 7 ounces, so I was very premature. I was on a ventilator and stuff, so they had way bigger problems than doing that. And I think at that point they were just trying to make sure I didn't die, you know. So which worked out in my favor. I lived and I'm not mutilated, you know. And
Take
it's
that, God.
Yeah, take that. Well, no, and all you got to do. It's not like people go, "Oh, it's for cleanliness," but I'm like, you pull it back when you're in the shower, and you. How do people not know this?
Yeah, we have a thing called soap. We have a thing
Yeah.
called soap. Sometimes it just gets all over your dick even when you're not trying. You're like
Right.
washing another part of your body. What's the problem here?
Yeah.
Not
So-
even at all an issue. Not even at all difficult issue.
So I don't understand people. The reasoning behind it makes no sense. I think it's traumatizing to kids. I will never do it. I don't think I'll have any kids at this point. I'm a little bit getting past my prime, but if I did, I would never do that to them because I don't think it's right. It's not natural, you know. So
No, it's terrible. It's like declawing a cat. It's
Yeah.
evil.
yeah,
When you declaw a cat, that's like cutting off a man's fingers. They use it to fucking pick shit up, climb onto like, I don't know, my curtains. Shit. I mean, my cat's using for all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for the cats we had that we declawed. I think that's inhumane.
It is. Yeah, I wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't do that either. When I had cats, I never did that to them. So yeah, you just get them those little scratch posts, and that helps take care of their nails a little bit.
Nah. You
No?
just said this vintage fun machine is just gonna have to be less valuable when I sell it on eBay.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They have their favorite targets are always the most expensive vintage items you own. They never go after the IKEA furniture. Never. Not even once.
Mm.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
cats are kind of dicks. But I wanted to play this because I feel like you would relate to it. It's about gambling, and I think you would agree. So
Gambling with your
This
love life.
gambling and sports stuff that is zombifying people is such fag shit, and it has to be ridiculed and punished as much as possible. If you see somebody gambling or being sports out in person, it's just the gayest thing you can do. That's the thing. We're not as serious people if we're doing the sports and the gambling stuff and like sports betting. How low can you, what are you eating boogers out of the dumpster now? How low are you going to stoop before you have a come to God moment? You piece of shit. You fucked up piece of shit. You nothing person. You have to hang that up and stop. If you're sports betting, you have to stop. You can't ever do that again. It's so embarrassing and humiliating and lowers all of us. And it just makes it so that we deserve the torment that we're going to get. You have to stop sports betting immediately. This gambling and
So yeah,
Yeah, it's super gay. You know, the sports betting is gay because they have to look to and look at men to make money. Other men, they have to watch other men wiggle their ass on the field,
Right.
in order to make money.
Yeah.
It's sad. That's some sad shit. That's even worse than having a boss.
Yeah.
That's way worse than having a boss. Everyone has to have a boss. You have like to worship a fucking dude who doesn't even care about your team. He's not even from your hometown. He hates your hometown. He can't wait till someone from a better hometown makes him a better offer than your hometown has offered him.
Yeah.
So it's pathetic and retarded to wear another man's fucking name on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why don't you wear his jizz on your back while you're at it? Wearing another man's name on your back. I feel uncomfortable enough wearing a rock band's name on my t-shirt because that's gay too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. I'm not doing any free promotion for the Beatles here. They've got enough promotion as it is. Am I
Right.
trying to find another Beatles fan out in the wild? And actually, I've noticed that when you wear when you wear rock and roll band T-shirts in public or metal shirts or whatever your flavor is, it's always the weirdest oddballs who come up to you and talk to you about your shirt. It's never a metalhead or a
No.
punk rocker. It's always some fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you like Sisters of Mercy too? Why aren't you goth? Maybe that's what they look at me and they're like, "Why aren't you goth? Why are you wearing that shirt? You fucking weirdo."
Right.
Maybe I should use the magnifying glass on myself for a change.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're if anything, we're hypocrites of. Luckily though, I don't wear another dude's name on my back. I got custom Dodger jerseys that have my name on the back or no.
Hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
No name at all. Yeah, I would run with the no name at all. I would also feel weird even just like I love Alice Cooper, one of my favorites from growing up. Even when I was like 12, I loved Alice Cooper, but I ain't wearing his fucking name on my back. It's just not gonna or on my front. It's just not gonna do it. It's like that just seems a little bit on the gay side.
Yeah.
It just seems gay as hell. Honestly, I want to wear just a t-shirt that says Christ on it.
Mm.
Right? Or just a big cross. I can get behind that because I think Jesus is pretty boss. I mean, he came back to life and all today. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. Died on the cross for our sins. I wouldn't do that for you. You know what I mean? That's a major sacrifice.
Right. Dude, I didn't even want to hang out
I
with
won't
that.
die on the cross for my own sins, okay? I don't want to die on the cross for my own sins. So this dude did us a solid.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just gonna. All I was gonna say
I got
was,
the spirit of Jesus in me. I get the Holy Spirit jumped in me, and I can't fucking shut up.
like I didn't even want to hang out at the that NoHo open mic, so like I wouldn't get on a
Don't even
cross.
get me started, Chris. Don't even get
Oh,
me fucking started. That was our cross. Our cross
that
to
was
bear.
yeah,
Dude, sometimes I feel like, sometimes I think about times where I was in a car accident. I think, did I die and go to hell? Is this my version of hell?
yeah,
Stuff like getting bumped by a dude who was in movies 25 years ago, 25 fucking years ago.
yes,
I have more juice at the comedy store than this fuck face. And you're telling me that I'm gonna have to wait and get bumped by this asshole at a diner in the
at a
middle of the
diner,
fucking night, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
nowhere,
Well, no, it's
and
in a hot spot. It is in a hot spot, but still, come
okay,
on.
okay.
Get the fuck out of here. North
And,
Hollywood's not my destination of choice.
right, and
Anyway,
not only did they bump him, he bump us, but he the host took pictures of him on your phone without and posted it without asking you.
yeah, his picture, the picture of the man who bumped us was posted on my own Instagram. I'm promoting the guy that bumped us all of a sudden. I've never been violated more. Like I said earlier, was like getting raped with a hot dog because it's pretty. It's not that bad, but still kind of bad. It's fucking embarrassing. I'm
Yeah,
not associated with that retard. That fucking moron. And dude, he was so mad at me because I sat down at his seat to take pictures of others. You could get your picture taken too, shit bird.
yeah,
But he had attitude. He immediately had attitude, which everyone else saw too, and like shot me a fucking look when I turned around. There, I was like, "What's this guy's problem?" But his sketchbook was fucking hilarious. It was like looking at somebody's trapper keeper in the 1970s. He was just writing a bunch of shit in bubble letters, cross hatching all these block letters. I was like, "This guy's retarded for sure." Now he
right.
might actually be literally retarded because he does literally the same act in the same fucking order every
Huh.
time I've ever seen him. He's been doing this for 30 years. 30
Wow.
years to do the same fucking thing in order. I'm talking in order. The only like and there's something else that's weird is that the only times they act like they're being inspired by someone in the room with the roast or whatever, I know that's also prepared material that they've
Yes.
had in their back pocket forever. It just so
Mhm.
happens that a Canadian guy showed up and now I can pull out my fucking Canada jokes.
Right.
Die, motherfuckers, die. You know, we're talking about Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks had an unproduced screenplay. Obviously, it was unproduced.
Yeah.
Where it was it was about a stand-up comedian that assassinates other hack stand-up comedians.
Nice.
So it's gonna be like a guy standing in front of a brick wall, but then it would have a sight target over the guy, and then he gets shot. And his blood would splatter all over the wall.
Awesome. I would have loved to have seen it, but
Oh God, I wish I could sit down and talk to him for 5 minutes. I'd love to talk to his mom for 5 minutes.
she was really nice.
Thank you for being such a bad. Thanks for being such a bad mom and creating this monster that enriched all of our lives so much.
Right. But she was super nice. She was great. So
I bet
like,
she was. She's awesome because when he got banned from Letterman and like 20 years after he died, they finally showed the footage.
yeah.
She went on Letterman and she was really pleased as punch and she was very cool, very poised.
Right.
Anyway, and very non-emotional, which I would love to have had as a mother.
Yeah, I'm sure it helps. But we did reach the hour mark, and so I just want to go out with a little silly fun thing for you.
They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy.
I'm almost
Bruce Valanche.
well, not Bruce, but yeah, maybe. I feel like she was at the protest at the comedy club at the Haha.
Could
Like,
be.
yeah, I mean, because I
Maybe she
saw
was.
like some redheads there, and they're always a little weird.
Yeah, they were. That was a dude.
That was a dude.
Hey man, you're hit the dude that had red hair, and also you're hitting a little too close to home. Okay, I'm like half a ginger.
Yeah,
I'm like biracial, I guess, because I have blonde hair and a red beard. I'm biracial, right?
yeah, yeah.
Half a ginger.
Half a
hey,
ginge.
ginger's an anagram. It's an anagram for something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or not, whatever. You switch the letters around.
Right,
And
right.
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gingers are so hated.
Well,
So yeah, I'm glad that I have blonde hair.
My brother's a ginger.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because I half brother. I got the Mexican dad. He got the white dad. And
You got the really white dad. It sounds like
yeah, 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 yeah.
got
Well,
the pale dad.
yeah, because he's got pale skin and red hair and blue eyes. Yeah, it's strange, right? And we don't look anything like brothers, but we're brothers. So, go figure. All right. I will say that this has been a fun episode. Christ has risen, and you were high as hell, and it has been interesting.
Christ is king.
Christ is king for
I
sure.
should tell you that. I should tell you that I've been heckled on the street by a homeless woman who called me the Unabomber.
And right
And
now,
you know what I said? I shot back.
What?
You know what I shot back all witty like? I said, "Hey, you're riding the bus." And then I just kept walking.
All right. Well,
no Unabombing there. More like Unikiller.
Oh man! On that note, thank you everyone for tuning in. I think this has been a fun episode, and have a good weekend.